Hi everyone, it's Tammy and welcome to this week's card. We are going to be, card series, we are going to be using the Wondrous Wreath along with the wonderful Wreath framelit dies that are available in the annual catalog. This makes a beautiful Christmas card and I'm very excited to start to use it. So let's see. The first card that we're going to make is going to require lots of bits and pieces, but it's really not going to be that difficult. We have an A2 sized card, and I just need to get my bone folder out to give this a nice crisp fold, and then have something on my bone folder. There we go. And then we are going to, sorry, I have a silly message on my phone, or on my computer. And then we are going to put a piece of cucumber crush down, and then we are going to also put another piece of whisper white down. So there's lots of layering. This is actually to cut and stamp the wreath and the bow, and then we're going to put this down here and this down here. And then this is what we're going to layer the wreath on. So we can go ahead and get started with a little bit of tacking down. And I want to put this cucumber crush down on my card base. So this is cut in an A2 size card. So that means that this green piece, just to give it a little outline, is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and then this one is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm just centering these on top of each other, just eyeballing it. And then I'm going to take this piece of Designer Series paper and I'm going to put it down the full length of the card and the green part of the card. It's going to go from the top of the green all the way to the bottom of the green. And then this one I'm going to do a little notch. So I'm going to cut it up in the middle, just straight up, about 3/4 of an inch or so. And then I'll cut from the corner to the notch. And then the corner to the notch. This helps ensure that your notch is the same on both sides, because that's sometimes difficult to do. And we're going to just put this down something like that. And you know what? I totally forgot I was going to use a ribbon on this. So, I think I can probably lift up this green. I don't think it's been too long yet, and if I rip the paper a little bit, I think we'll be all right. So I'm just carefully lifting it up just a hair so that I can get this ribbon on here. Now this is not Stampin' Up! Ribbon. Actually, this is from the dollar store. My dollar store sometimes carries, well, I think they always carry this sheer ribbon for $1. And they have lots of different colors, and I kind of like the sheer on some projects, and this is one of them. So I'm going to take just regular Scotch tape, and I take 2 pieces of that, and I put the ribbon where I want it, I tuck it behind, and then with my Scotch tape on the back of the card, I hold that ribbon down. And then I do the same thing on this side. It makes it easy, and you know that your ribbon is going to stay. And then I'm going to re-put some adhesive on here, because normally I wouldn't have needed to do this step because I wouldn't have had to bring it up like I did. So, pardon me. Now I will probably end up putting a bow on here or a knot with this ribbon, but I'm not going to do anything with it right yet because I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to need. And I'm going to go ahead and layer these as well. So I'm going to start with my 2-inch square. I think that's right. Oh, I have 3-inch square. And then this is cut at 2 1/4 inch. No, 2 and 7/8 of an inch, I guess. And then this is at 2 1/4 inch. So it's just green, then red designer series paper, and then whisper white. Just to give it a little bit of pizzazz. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut out my wreath. So I'll put all of that to the side for now. And I haven't really cut out this wreath for a while, and one of my friends told me that the easiest way that she has found to cut this out is to cut out the middle part and then stamp the wreath and then cut out the big part. So that's what we're going to try. You can really do it the other way, but it's hard to cut out because of these little notches that help you know where to put them. It makes it a little difficult. Now I want to make sure that I got a big enough piece of, yes I did, cardstock. So I'm just going to put that there. And then I'm also going to go ahead and cut out my ribbon. Nope, I'm going to stamp my ribbon first. Sorry, I'll do that next time. So I just bring it forward and then in reverse. I will put this down, and I will be using it again very soon. I'm going to just toss that middle part, and this is going to be the middle part of my wreath. Oh, I have some ink on it somehow. Must have been from another project I was using. Oops. I don't know how I did that, but okay, we are going to use Cucumber Crush. Is that the right color? Have I been telling you the wrong color? You know what? This is Emerald Envy. I just dropped one off my desk. Did you hear that? But it wasn't the Emerald Envy. Oh, good. Okay, so this is Emerald Envy. But I think I might use these two colors. So we're still in good shape. So I'm going to take my Stampin' scrub, and I keep my block in there, and I'm just going to make sure that it's still damp, and it is. I think that will be okay with what I have. And where is my stamp? I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached right now. So this is a 3-stamp stamp. Okay, so that's where it goes. So I have the knob in the corner, and I'm just going to take a little note of it. Hopefully that will help me remember. So I'm going to use, gosh, I think I'll use the Cucumber Crush first, and then I'll go in with the darker. So I'm going to use my Cucumber Crush, get it all nice and inked up, and then I'm just going to go straight in. Nope. See, I've already screwed it up. Pardon my head if I get in the way. I do not mean to. Here we go. I think this is it. All right. Not great, but not horrible. This is crafting in real life. And I'm going to put this in the corner again. And then I'm going to know that this goes somewhere around here. Like that. And I'm going to use my darker emerald envy for this one. Stamp it up. And then I will put it down. And I'm just hoping that this is right. There's really nothing that indicates where this is supposed to go from what I'm telling. So here we go. Oh well, we'll just do it. Gives you a couple different shades of green, which is what we were going for, so I'm going to say we were successful. And then I'm going to take my berries and I will stamp them over, and I will use, what color? Cherry cobbler. There we go. Okay, I'm sure that's not the best stamping I've ever done, but it will be okay. I'm going to move these out of the way just because I know I'm going to have to bring my big shot back up here. And I also want to stamp, I forgot almost, my ribbon. So I'll use cherry cobbler for that as well. So that's ready to be cut out. And then I need my ribbon. On second thought, instead of a ribbon, I'm going to use the poinsettia. And is there a cutout for the poinsettia? Yes, I think so. Yes, there is. And while I'm stamping, I may as well stamp what's sentiment? I think I'll use the sentiment that says, "May happy moments and cherished memories surround you with joy this season." And I'm going to do that in red, and I will do that on the inside of my card. I should probably make sure I center this a little. All right, so now I'm going to bring out my big shot again. Put this away so I won't get ink everywhere. And I'm going to take my large wreath and my poinsettia, have those to the side. And let's see if I can get these evened out. Now this one shouldn't be too awfully difficult. Okay, there's that one pretty much. Maybe just a little hair. There we go. And then this one will be the one that will prove to be more challenging, of course. So I'm just kind of trying to find where it belongs. And I'm sure that there's a bigger secret. I'm just not very patient. And I'm not sure. I wonder if the tab goes in the same place. Maybe I should start there. Ooh, and it does seem to match up. Yes, indeed. Isn't that clever? There we go. Yay. Okay, so those tabs all go in the same spot, which makes perfect sense. So there's our poinsettia. And there's our beautiful Christmas wreath. Now I will take our card and I'm going to put the wreath on this card and I'm going to pop dot it or dimensional it. They're not really called pop dots anymore, but that's what I still call them from years ago. So then I'm just going to put my wreath on this little square that I made. And I think I'm going to, gosh, I almost think I should have put a couple of these on. I don't know, we'll figure it out. And then I'm going to put this, yeah, I think like that. That looks pretty. And then I'm not going to put a bow on here. What I'll do is I'll tie a bow and put it on my wreath. Then I'll put this somewhere maybe over here. And I think I might pop dot that too. And I have some already cut pop dots, or that I've been cutting, and I will use one of those for this. And I'm going to also put a rhinestone in the middle. Oops. Like that. Then I'm going to take the sheer ribbon and tie a bow. One thing I like about sheer ribbons when I'm tying the bow is that I don't have to be worried about which side it's on because both sides are the same. Now I'm just playing with my bow so that it will look decent. Okay. And then what I will do is trim off the edges, or the tail. And I'm going to take my lighter and I'm just going to heat these edges up a little bit so that they seal and they won't fray. So you just take your ribbon and barely get the edge close to the flame. You don't even have to touch the edge to the flame, really. And I'm going to attach that with what? I don't have any glue dots anymore. I guess I can use some of my tear and tape. This is a different brand, but it's the same concept. This one is sometimes very difficult to get off of the paper though, so you have to be a little patient. Oh, but it's coming up nicely. Yay! I just had to talk bad about it and it wanted to prove me wrong. I'm just taking my nail and moving it so that it's right underneath the knot and not all over the place. And then I will take my snail adhesive, or in my case it's the ATG gun, and I'm going to put quite a bit of ATG on this because this is pretty heavy and I want it to hold. So let's put this on kind of centered like that. May happy moments and cherished memories surround you with joy this season. And it's actually pretty straight. I did pretty well. Okay, and that is it for card number 1. Very pretty. Thanks for watching.